Okay, so you've updated your LinkedIn profile, you've transformed your CV into a resume. My recommendation is now build your network seriously, right? Now make your connections on LinkedIn. What I did when I first started out was that I sent out requests to 10, 15, 20 people that I don't know on LinkedIn, and I asked them for a 15-minute phone call to talk about their job path, right? Their job trajectory. These are called informational interviews. And basically, you figure out from these people how they got where they are, what they do all day, and whether or not it seems interesting to you, and whether it's something that you want to pursue. Yes, they are cold reach outs. I get it. And for every 10 that you send out, you're probably going to hear from 1 or 2 people back. And that's okay, because the 2 people that write you back are going to be fantastic. They're going to be so helpful and so supportive and so willing to discuss their job, their career trajectory, that is going to be worth it, right? And they'll help you build your connections. So have your 15-minute phone conversation, get all the information that you possibly can glean from this person, and then at the end, ask for introductions to 2 other people that you can talk to. And sometimes they'll be able to come up with that easily, and sometimes they won't, and that's okay too. But ask, right? Because that's, you can then build your network. It could be people in their department, it could be people in their organization, it could be people outside of their organization, people with a similar background to you. Just build your network. Other things that you can do to build a network would be become involved in research if you can, if it's available and where you're working. You become a principal investigator or a PI. They're the people who run the clinical trials in organizations. You could be a sub-I, which is not the person in charge, but their main backup. You could serve on an institutional review board, an IRB, which is the usually organization. They review any protocols that come through and approve whether or not they can be done at the organization. If you're really established in your field, then think about becoming a KEE, a key external expert for a pharma company. If you are attending big conferences, the big ones, the big cancer ones, ID Week, any of the really large conferences, go and chat to the folks at the pharma booths, right? Almost all pharmaceutical companies will have a representative at the really big conferences. And these are going to be your medical affair folks. So they're going to be the MSLs. They're going to be the field medical directors. And they're looking for talent, and they're looking for people to tell about their drugs, right? So they're a really good resource. They're also going to know if their company's hiring or if their company has a hiring freeze and what's available. So definitely go chat to them. I think that would be, it's a really good way to meet people. Speaking of MSLs, the other thing is to actually leverage, if you have MSLs that come to your office or they come to the hospital. I don't think I ever encountered an MSL when I was in practice, but I certainly encountered drug reps, and they're also good contact, right? They're also going to know if their company's hiring or not hiring, if it's a good company to work for, or if it isn't. So another place to glean information. And also touch base with friends, college, med school, residency, fellowship. I actually got my connection for the job that I work in now through a friend of mine that I had worked with who worked for AstraZeneca, and she put me in touch with 2 other people in AstraZeneca who I then had conversations with. And it was through one of them that I actually got the recommendation for the job that I have now. So it works, and it's important. So